want to congratulate Missouri for the win and for getting bowl eligible. They played a very physical game. They out-physicaled us tonight on both sides of the ball. And it's unfortunate. We had several chances to win the game and we couldn't convert and on offense and couldn't stop them on defense. But they had the more physical team tonight. And to me, that and the way Cook played is the reason they won the game.
The drive that you had early in the fourth quarter, you got down to the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe, can you step us through what happened right there, why you couldn't push it in, and then the decision to kick the field goal?
Well, I mean, we had 3 plays. One of them was we threw a couple passes, if I remember correctly, run option passes. Try to sneak, and it was still 4th and 2. It was 1st and goal from the 2, and we ended up 4th and 2. There's about 8 minutes left in the game. I felt like we could cut it down to a field goal. And we had 3 timeouts left. Obviously, there was another opportunity there. I chose to take the points and cut it within 2 because we hadn't made a yard in the 3 previous plays.
Nobody had gotten after you with 7 sacks.
Yeah.
They did. What do you think kind of led to
They
that?
whipped our butt. That's what happened. They whipped us. They physically dominated us. And they did in the run game and they did in the protection game. And I don't know how else to say it. We got dominated physically is what happened.
Sam, on film, have you seen their pass rush look that good, or what do you think maybe was different about today?
No, they've had times when I don't know about the 7 sacks, but they've had times when they've got after the quarterback and things of that nature. But off the edge and then up the middle, they were pushing the pocket. There wasn't a place for KJ to go, and we were getting beat around the edge, and then we were so deep that he couldn't step up. And again, they were playing inspired. They had to get to a bowl game, and I felt we were matching. It was a great game. It's just we didn't tackle well, we didn't cover well, we didn't protect well, and we didn't run block well, and those are all physical things, and we just couldn't make enough plays to win it at the end.
Yeah, Al Davis, obviously, Al, who was their defensive line coach.
Yeah.
What do you think about the job?
He's done a great job, and I think they've improved ever since. Those are questions for Eli too, but I think he's improved ever since. I think he took over maybe last year at some point in the season, and you can see an improvement with their defensive line ever since he's been coaching them. He's done an outstanding job.
One of those plays from the 2 was the trade off going under.
Yeah.
Was that a look y'all got, or?
It wasn't there. I mean, there was a pair of G's in there, or a pair of shades, however you want to look at it. That one there, we should have went to something else there. It just wasn't there. There was a surprise thing that we felt like we could sneak it in, but it just wasn't there.
Seems like not being able to get in the end zone inside the 5 has been a recurring issue this year. How disappointing is that, especially with the reputation you feel like y'all have?
Yeah, very disappointing. It's just like, and I don't know if we'd have scored there if we'd won the game or not, but I do know that we would have been ahead. I'm talking about a touchdown, and I mean, yeah, it's disappointing. I mean, you think your next decision is, are you going to go for 2 or not? You know what I mean? And which we were, but I mean, yes, very disappointed. They played good defense down there, and certainly another physicality type deal and things, and we got whipped.
Sam, did you expect Cook to run it like he did?
Well, over the last 2.5 games, he has. I mean, that's what he has, and Eli seemed to me like Coach Drink had that in his game plan that he was going to feature him, because over the last 2.5 games, he's been their best runner, and certainly came in here, and we had him hemmed, and then he'd bounce outside. I mean, we lost contain, And we could never get him turned back inside. And then they had some design inside runs like the one he scored the touchdown on. But you know, they only punted the one time in the first half, and that was right before the half. You know, we just was either we couldn't tackle them or we couldn't cover them.
You had said leading up to this game that Missouri really makes you throw the ball, and Rocket only had 10 carries. Is that just because of what the defense was giving you?
No, I think that we were getting smashed in the run game and we were trying to find a way. And sometimes those are run pass options, you know, it might be called a run, but end up passing it. But we were physically getting handled in the run game, and we felt like we needed to throw it a little bit. And there were spurts in there where, you know, we hit Matt and some things that the run pass combination was working. And I thought we played a pretty good first half. We scored points in the first half to you know, come back to make it 21-20. And we just never were really consistent offensively at all today.
Samuel Slusher gets back from Mike last week, has 8 tackles, plays pretty well, and then he's not here. Kind of what happened there?
When he came in, we visited on Sunday, and then Sunday evening he quit the team.
Did that surprise you? Or did he-
Yeah.
I guess how disappointed is that, guys? You know,
I'm not. That's it. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
After they missed the field goal, was there any thought to go for it on fourth down, or was it an easy decision to punt it away? Or
Oh, that was a hard one too. They're all hard, you know. I mean, that was a hard one too. But again, it was 4th and 8. I mean, basically, you decide, okay, this is a game, and again, you just had 3 plays. You got 2 yards. I mean, and so the only question right there is, do you think you can stop them in 3 downs and you have 3 timeouts and you can get, listen, it's a field goal game. So it's not, let's pin them down, which we punted down there pretty good. And then they got the first down, and then we stopped them the second time around. And then that we only had 20 seconds or whatever at the end of that. But yes, but I just kept feeling like if we could stop them in 3 downs, we'd get the ball with a minute and a half or so back, and maybe all we needed was a field goal and maybe have an opportunity there. I guess what you're saying is, do you think we can call 3 timeouts, get the ball back, and have a better opportunity to win the game than going for it on 4th and 8 and then continuing the drive? And at that point, I felt like the best thing for us to do is try to pin them down there, have them run the ball 3 times, get the ball back, see if we can't kick a field goal.
Sam, you guys, you know, you played some great teams, but this was the most sacks you've given up. Was it just a rough day for the O-line, or was Missouri just that good?
I think as a combination, I think Missouri's good. To me, that's the difference in what they've done this year. You know, they were ahead of Georgia out here. I mean, you know, they've got a better team. I know their record's only 6-6 like ours, but they've got a better team this year. But the sacks, they came from obviously edge. We couldn't handle the edge, and when we did handle the edge, we got way too much pressure, push in the middle, and there was no place for KJ. He couldn't escape. There wasn't any room, it wasn't any areas for him to escape.
you went 3 and out on the opening drive.
Yeah.
You scored on one opening drive this season. Well, why do you think that is?
Man, I don't know. I wish I did. You know, I wish I did know, because they went down and kicked a field goal, you know, on their first drive. And it took us another one to get going, and we did score on our second drive. But you know, we've tried all kinds of different things, and just it's hard to score on your first drive. I get that, but 1 for the whole year is not very good, and we've got to get it fixed somehow.
As your 4th loss by 3 or fewer points, just seems like, you know, last year you won a couple of those, this year
Yeah.
Super Bowl against you.
Yeah, I hate it. You know, I mean, guys, nobody likes to come in here and talk to y'all after you get beat. Nobody. I mean, and so I mean, those close ones, they hurt. They actually hurt the worst, you know, because you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, maybe we could have done this, maybe we could have done that. And one play, you know, to change the outcome of the game. I think Missouri's been in that same kind of boat. this year, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, their game at Auburn, their game at Georgia, you know, here at Georgia. And usually in a season, they kind of even out. In this season, it hasn't. You know, we've lost every one of them that were a field goal or less, you know, and I don't know. But I will say this, I'm not disappointed in the effort that our guys gave or anything like that. We just physically got whipped tonight.
Sam, is there a particular bowl that you would like to see your team play in?
No, not really. You know, we're really fortunate to get bowl eligible and you know, the Las Vegas one is earlier, which there's some recruiting things in that one that you would lose some time there. But other than that, I think the kids would love to go out there, you know, and have that time and all that. But, you know, we got the Liberty Bowl that's right up the road that we're very, you know, that we respect the people of the Liberty Bowl and all that. So any of those bowls would be wonderful. You got Texas and you got Music City, you know, any of those would be wonderful, but they're only good when you win, you know, so we've got to get ready to do that.
We're worried about bumper surgeries.
Went well. It went well. He had surgery on Wednesday, and I think it went well. And well, I know it did. He told me it went well. He was still a little loopy, you know, when I talked to him, but it went well. And bless his heart, I mean, he went about as far as he could go for the Hogs and for the state.
What's the schedule like? I know you said the other day Monday's going to be, you know, crazy.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have exit meetings with the kids, and you know, they'll be, without a doubt, there'll be some portal action and all that kind of stuff that us and everybody else in the country, and then you just have to figure it out, you know. It's there for a reason, and you just have to figure out obviously who wants to stay with the program and who wants to transfer out, and they have their own reasons and things of that nature. And we'll visit with them and try to keep the ones that we need to keep, you know, and things of that nature. So
Transfers happen everywhere, but you know, having Thompson and Miles the last couple weeks, is there any more concern that there may be some significant contributors that you're gonna have to try to hold on to? Or?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I mean, heck, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot goes on in the transfer portal, guys. It's more than just playing time or not playing time. There's a lot goes on with it. You know, if somebody gets a hold of them, and a lot goes on about the transfer portal.
And with Bumper with his hip, is he gonna still be able to get a chance at the NFL, you think, or the combine, or what's his
I think if
process?
he comes back healthy and he feels good, I think he'll give it a shot. I think if there's anything coming from his surgery that he doesn't feel great about, I think he wants to be a coach.
Hazelwood, 3 catches in every game for you, more in some. So what do you think about his season?
Well, he's tough. I wish we could have held on. I wish we could have held up a little bit more in tonight so we could get some more balls to him. Hazelwood's a tough man, both mentally and physically, and he's much older than what his age, to be perfectly honest with you, the way he acts, the way he carries himself, and he was a great addition, and we're certainly going to try to get him to come back if we'll talk to him about his draft status, his draft grade, and see if we can't get him to come back.
He's played with that ACL here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been beat up for a while. Now it's gotten a little bit better, you know, there for a while. You saw he was in green quite a little bit. But it healed up a lot better last 4 or 5 weeks.
You fought back in the second quarter.
I was
you
proud
talked
of
about
that.
Maybe the fight back, and then the touchdown that Landers had. The defender had his arm right there.
Yeah, I was proud of that. I was proud, you know, we really, honestly, guys, we didn't play very good at all in the first half either. And we just made enough plays to be up. You know, we were down 10 and the offense made enough plays, but if there was no consistency in it, you know, but we were up 21-20. I was really proud of that. And Matt made a heck of a catch there in the end zone for that touchdown. He's really improved or really come on the last half of the year, last 5 games of the year, whatever it may be. But we never had enough consistency because in all honesty, physicality, they were more physical than we were. And it's hard when that happens to have a lot of consistency.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you.
All right, guys.